Hello students, today we will discuss about the first chapter of our NCERT 10th class book, and the name of the book is First Flight, and the first chapter, that is A Letter to God. It is written by G.L. Fuentes. A Letter to God by G.L. Fuentes. So this is the story about a farmer whose name is Lencho. Students, it is said that faith can move the mountain. So this chapter, A Letter to God by G.L. Fuentes, is about the farmers. Who is the farmer here? Lencho. Farmers' unflinching faith in God. The story makes the reader think how faith is like a ray of hope in distress situation, as well as it is also highlights how blind faith can cloud one's sense of reasoning and logic. It brings out beautifully the simplicity and innocence of a hardworking farmer who is untouched by the world around him. Let's see. So the story is about a farmer who is Lencho, and he was expecting for the good rain, but unfortunately due to heavy rain he has lost all his crops. His crops has destroyed. Now he want money because he is having deep faith in God, so he believes that God will help him only. So he decided to write a letter to God. That's why the name of the chapter is A Letter to God. So has he written the letter? Let's see. See, Lencho's crop was destroyed by heavy rain. So he turned to God for help. He wrote to God a letter asking him to send him money. He received a letter from God along with some money. Who actually sent the money? What did Lencho do then? Let's read the story. So this story was about an innocent. I had already told you that the innocent farmer who is Lencho. So this story was about an innocent who strongly had faith in God and wrote a letter to God himself. So the house, the only one in the entire valley, set on the crest of a low hill. From the height one could see the river and next to the corral. So this is the situation. This is the surrounding where Lencho has lived. So next to corral, the field of ripe corn dotted with the kidney beans flowers that always promised a good harvest. The only thing the earth needed was a rainfall or at least a shower. So the house was situated on the top of a hill. From there one could see the river and fields. He hoped a good crop this year. He will get the good crop this year. But the fields need rain badly. He estimated that it would rain as well as huge clouds in the sky. It was during the meal that, just as Lencho had predicted, big drops of rain began to fall. In the northeast, huge mountains of clouds could be seen approaching. The air was fresh and sweet. So, at the time of the supper, at the time of the dinner, the rain has started when his wife was preparing the meal. He was excited and came out to enjoy the rain. And the scene that has described to us that mountains of clouds could be seen approaching, the air was fresh and sweet. It's really getting bad now, exclaimed the man, mortified. I hope it passes quickly. It did not pass quickly. For an hour, the hail rained on the house, the garden, the hillside, the cornfield, and on the whole valley. The field was white as it covered with salt. So now this is the situation after the rain, means when the rain has started. So this is the that situation. I'll explain you that what had happened on that day. Because in our previous slide you have seen that the lady, means the wife of Lencho, she was preparing the dinner, and Lencho was excited to see the rain, and he wanted to came out and enjoy the rain. He said that drops of rain were like the coins, and for half an hour it rained heavily, and suddenly it turned into hailstorm. The crops was totally destroyed just because of heavy rain. So Lencho was very disappointed to see it. He thought that he and his family would go hungry this year. Lencho is a man who devastated because of the hailstorm that hits his farm and ruined almost everything. The corn was totally destroyed. That night was a sorrowful one. All our work, nothing. There is no one who can help us. Now Lencho, he was disturbed, he was angry also, he was worried also, because all his crops that has totally destroyed. So that night when he was expecting for the good rain and he was expecting for the good crops, that turned into the sorrowful one. Why? Because of the heavy rainfall. So he said, all our work, nothing. There is no one who can help us. So let's see what he had decided. Lencho was an ox of man, working like an animal in the field, but still he knew how to ride. Lencho was an ox of a man. It means that he was very hard working. He worked in his field like an ox, but still he knew how to write. So what he did after that, he said, God, he wrote, if you don't help me, my family and I will go hungry this year. I need 100 pesos in order to sow the field again and to live until the crop comes, because the hailstorm. So God, he wrote. So what he had decided, because he knew that he has lost everything. So he said to his wife and his children that no one dies because of hunger, and he knew how to write a letter. So the following Sunday he had decided to write the letter to God and asked God to send him 100 pesos. Pesos means paise. In our India we call it rupees. So according to the narrator it is pesos. So he is asking for the 100 pesos. So he dropped it into the mailbox and he wrote on the envelope to God. So the name of the receiver is to God. And he said that if you don't help me, my family and I will go for hungry this year. So I need pesos, because he believed in God. He have a strong faith on God. That's why he had decided that the God is only who helped him. He wrote to God on the envelope, put the letter inside, and still troubled, went to the town. At the post office, he placed a stamp on the letter and dropped it into the mailbox. The village postmaster opened it and reads it. Now he had did all the formalities that is required, that he had write down the letter, and after that he had posted, he went to the post office and placed the stamp on the letter and dropped it into the mailbox. The postmaster came up with an idea, answered the letter, but when he opened it, he was evident that to answer it had needed something more than goodwill, ink and paper. The postmaster then decided to help him and gathered everyone's money as an act of charity. So let's see what had happened. So one of the post office employee laughed to see the letter. When he had collected the letter, so he has seen that it is addressed to God. So when he saw it, so he had laughed to see that letter. He showed it to the postmaster. The postmaster also laughed to seeing this, but suddenly he became serious because he wished to have such kind of faith in God. Means he was surprised to see the faith of a man on a God, on the God. So when he read it, he came to know that the writer needed money. So he decided to help him. He collected money from his employees and friends. It was impossible for him to gather together the 100 pesos requested by Lencho. So he was able to send the farmer only a little more than half. He put the bills in an envelope addressed to Lencho, and with them a letter containing only a signature, God. So it was impossible for him to gather the together because the postmaster and the post office postman and the postmaster both are not having this kind of such amount with him. So what he had decided to help him, and he collected money from his employees and the friends. He himself also contributed, but he could not collected the same amount. He had collected little more half than, means he had collected 70 pesos and put the money into an envelope and addressed it to the Lencho. He wrote a single word as a signature, God. Clear, students? Clear to everyone? The following Sunday, Lencho came a bit earlier than usual to ask if there was a letter for him. It was the postman himself who handed the letter to him. So the following Sunday, Lencho, he was not surprised to see it. He had strong belief that God will help him. So Lencho came a bit earlier than the usual to ask that there is a letter for him. So Lencho came to the post office and the postman handed over the letter to him. Lencho showed not the slightest surprise on seeing the bills. Such was his confidence, but he became angry when he counted the money. God could not have made a mistake, nor could he had denied Lencho what he had requested. So he was not surprised to get the money. Instead, he got very angry. Why he was angry? Because he was demanded for the 100 pesos and he got only 70 pesos. So he thought that God could not make a mistake. So what he did, let's see. Immediately, Lencho went up to the window to ask for paper and ink. He was furious and immediately replied the letter. So he thought that God could not make a mistake. So he decided to write another letter to God that he had received only 70 pesos. So send him the rest of the money because he needed badly. The letter fell into the mailbox. The postmaster went to open it. It said, God, of the money that I asked for, only 70 pesos reached to me. Send me the rest, since I need it very much, but don't send it to me through the mail because the post office employees are bunch of crooks. And he signed as Lencho. So dear students, what he had written in the letter, so he sent the letter to God and he said that so send him the rest of the money as he needed the badly. But he asked God should not send the money through the mail because the post office employees were bunch of crooks. So it means that Lencho was blaming to the post office employees that they had taken the money of Lencho which has sent by the God. So this is the irony of the chapter. This is the irony of this chapter, in that the person who are helping the Lencho, those who are the person, the post office postmaster and the post office employees, they helped Lencho, but what the Lencho had thought about them, he said that the money that has taken by these post office employees, so it means they are the bunch of crooks, it means they are cunning, they had taken out the money of the Lencho. So this is the irony of this chapter. I hope student that you have got the idea about this chapter. Now let's discuss about the question answer of this chapter. The first question is, who does Lencho have complete faith in? Which sentences in the story tell you this? So Lencho had complete faith in God. The following sentences shows Lencho's firm faith in God. Just note down what sentences these were. The first one is, all through the night Lencho thought only for the one hope, the help from God. And the second one, whose eyes see everything, even what is deep in one's conscience. Many more sentences are there. Let's see. Question number 2. Why does the postmaster send money to Lencho? Why does he sign the letter God? The postmaster is a generous man. He does not want to break Lencho's faith in God. So he decided to help Lencho. So he collects the money from his employees and friends, and he also gave part of his salary sent to him, and he signed the letter as God because he wants to make Lencho believe that money has been sent by God only. Question number 3. Did Lencho try to find out who had sent the money to him? Why or why not? So dear students, you just tell me, did Lencho try to find out who has sent the money to him? No. Lencho did not try to find out who had sent money to him because he had firm faith in God and thought that God could not neglect his request. He will definitely help him. That's why he did not try to find out the real person. Question number 4. Who does Lencho think has taken the rest of the money? What is the irony of this situation? Remember that the irony of a situation is an unexpected aspect to it. An ironic situation is strange or amusing because it is the opposite of what is expected. So dear students, Lencho had firm faith in God and he thinks that God cannot make a mistake, and rest of the money must have been taken by the post office employees because he was demanded for the 100 pesos and he got only 70 pesos. So what he thought that rest of the money means 30 pesos that has taken by the post office employees. So the irony in this situation is that it is the post office employee who helped him, collects the money and send it to him. He thinks opposite, means Lencho thinks opposite and calls them bunch of crook. Next question. Are these people like Lencho in real world? What kind of person would you say he is? You may select appropriate words from the box to answer the question. So dear students, you just tell me that are these people like Lencho in the real world? It is up to you only. But according to me, no. We hardly find such kind of person in real life. No doubt that Lencho has firm faith in God, but he was illiterate also. How can he think that the letter will reach to God? Merely writing single word God as addressed. Is it possible? So the words and the adjective that suits Lencho is personality are the naive, comical and unquestioning. So these are the words. Question number 6. There are two kinds of conflict in the story, between humans and nature and between humans themselves. So how are these conflicts illustrated? So the conflicts between human and nature. Human and nature are the hailstorm destroyed Lencho's crop completely. These are the humans and nature, because Lencho was expecting for the good rain, and he depicted by the destruction of the Lencho's crop by the hailstorm. As the crops fail, Lencho started feeling sad and gloomy also. So this is the reflection about the between the humans and the nature, conflict about the humans and the nature. And the second one, that is the between humans themselves. The conflict between humans themselves are, it is between Lencho and the post office employees. Lencho thinks them dishonest and call them a bunch of crook, but in reality the post office employees are the only persons who help the Lencho. Clear? So students, these are the textual question of this chapter. Thank you.